Hi there. I'm going to speak to you now, both on Instagram Live and this video that's going to be on YouTube, about being awake and what are we doing now, right? So I hope that my Swedish friends understand as well. There is a lot of information coming out now. It's been coming out, but I think it's going to be a little bit hard to miss this information that's coming out. But for those of us who are awake, who know what was going on, we've been down the rabbit holes, we got information, we see kind of what's happening. It's really about shifting our focus into building two things. One is we're going to have to help people who are coming awake now, as they'll be shocked. And it's nice that we have already gone through the shock ourselves in order to help others through it. But more than that is we have to really see what world we want. So we're aware that there have been some forces that have really been planning and manipulating and maneuvering and making things happen to really enslave humanity. And it's through the banking, it's through the education, it's through the governments, it's through the medical system. So we know that now, right? So now we have to wake up to really looking at our own vision. What is the world that we visualize, what we want? And sometimes we need to go back to our childhood dreams. And, don't dismiss having unicorns and rainbows and fairies. We were programmed and pushed out of that, shamed to think of joyful, beautiful things, right? Oh, that's childlike, right? And now we need to regain that truth that's within us, our childlikeness of seeing the beautiful fairies in the trees, of being able to communicate with the animals and the trees and dance and laugh together and share together. So I just want to remind us to come back to the truth of who we are. And I know if you've had some sort of a meditation or spiritual practice, you do that in those moments. But let's make those moments expanded. And I'm going to give you a metaphor for humanity, for humans. Humans are like these light, love, caring beings that would be like a beach ball on the water, right? So if you want to push that beach ball down under the water into the darkness, you have to put a lot of force to hold that beach ball down. Well, you get exhausted after a while, and you have to just let go, and the beach ball flies back up and then lands in its natural, normal position of floating on the water. So we are now at a time when that pressure against us has exhausted, and therefore we are floating in our normal state of peace, of love and compassion and beauty. And in that state, which is our normal state, we ourselves will have to work hard to push ourselves down into depression and anger and such. And we have been trained to push ourselves down through the system, through our upbringing, through the schools, through what the government says, making us afraid of doing the wrong thing because then we'll get punished, right? So what you're focused on is what you give energy to. So if you're afraid of doing the wrong thing all the time, you're giving energy into doing the wrong thing. So this is the shift I'm asking for us all, each one of us individually to do, is to, instead of being so defensive and trying to just survive, to really breathe inwards, give yourself that time to be calm and to stay calm, and to let your heart's desires come out. Listen to what makes your heart sing. Anything that comes up. Maybe you decide, oh, I'd really like to play that musical instrument. I'd really like to learn a new language. Whatever it is. It could just be, I just enjoy petting my cat. Or I like to go in town and smile at people. Whatever it is, feed that. Give energy to that. Because what we give energy to is what we'll see more of. Just keep that in mind, right? There's been a really strong pressure trying to push a particular idea on us, to be afraid, to separate from one another, to, all that stuff to push that beach ball under the water. They don't have enough strength to hold it down anymore. And we need to stop pushing ourselves down under that water and allow ourselves to come back to the natural, normal, the natural state of who we are as we were created by divine, as the beautiful nature, the trees and such. I just got back from cross-country skiing in this beautiful winter wonderland that I'm in. And you can see how the sun is really shining in as well. So I encourage you to give time, give energy to those things that you love. Speak to people about the things that you love. And let's manifest the peace, beautiful world for ourselves that is really already there, but we've been distracted from for so long. I'm going to say something in Swedish just for my Swedish friends. Och jag ska säga att befria ifrån de här rädslatankar och skuldtankar och som ni har haft under hela livet, tror jag. Och särskilt stark i det sista ögonblick, eller sista 2 år nu. Och våga lyssna in till hjärtat, till dina drömmar, och tillåt att drömmarna kommer fram. Och ge lite tid och energi till det som ger dig glädje. Se till att du lever i det naturligt sätt att vara. Att komma in i glädje. Det är allt jag ska säga. Hoppas att ni ändå förstår engelska, för jag uttrycker mig bättre på engelska. So I'm thanking my Swedish friends for trying to understand English, and I just gave a very short summary of what I'm saying. And, what we do for ourselves, we're doing for others. If you would make your decisions based on what you hope for your children, that you would do those things for yourself, you are creating a pathway for a better life for your children as well. I think this is enough. I love you. I wish you much joy and peace and bliss and happiness. 2022 is the year of love and compassion.